bribery. While the island was still a long way off, the Romans could see from their ships that countless watchtowers jutted into the sky. The army in this stronghold had to be almost invincible. Knowing that Rome was at war with Nubia, the Romans landed on the inhospitable coast of the Nubian island stronghold with the typical intransigence or stubbornness that made Rome great. Shortly after landing, a Nubian officer waving a white flag arrived in the camp of the Romans. The message he conveyed surprised Caius Publius very much. The general of the Nubians, an experienced veteran who had already survived a dozen wars and fought countless battles, chose to grant his Roman enemies an audience. What could the Nubian general possibly want from a Roman legion? They hardly feared betrayal. The aged general was regarded as a cunning fox and a man of honor at the same time. So Caius Publius and his closest confidant met the grizzled general of the Nubian stronghold for a conversation. The wily general described his situation in concise, precise words. An expedition had found a strangely shining stone and brought it with them. This stone seemed to attract pirates and rebels from around the world. For months there had been constant attacks on the Nubian settlement. In addition, the rebellious Nubians, who have fraternized with wolf pirates, had taken control of the city's iron mines. That a small force of Rome at war with Nubia was camping on a remote beach was the general's least worry. With a broad smile, the greybeard now came with a proposal to the Romans, an offer that the Romans could not possibly refuse. Caius Publius and his troops were to conquer the iron mines that were in the hands of the rebels, and deliver 100 iron bars to the Nubians. In gratitude, the Nubian general would give the Romans the strange stone that exerted such magical attraction on pirates, and prevent his soldiers from throwing the Romans back into the sea. For a while at least. The plan seemed perfect. In one fell swoop, the Nubian city's resource problems would be resolved. The pirates would pursue the Romans in the future, and the general would not even have to lift a finger. Caius Publius also suspected that this horse trade was probably the best solution for his legion. Overcoming this impregnable stronghold, which had been resisting pirate attacks for months, would hardly be possible for his small army. And this is how Caius agreed with his generals, that they would buy victory, instead of paying for a foolish attack with the blood of their legion. The plan of the wise Nubian had one catch, however. The Romans were still at war with Nubia, and the agreement between the commanders had to remain secret. The small Roman legion would therefore have to defend itself against the uninitiated Nubians, while actually fighting their enemy, to guarantee the supply of iron. Amazed at the cunning of his Nubian counterpart, Caius Publius began to put the unusual plan into practice. Mission 1. A trade caravan, seemingly random passing by at the right time, took over the glistening iron bars. And that same evening, some Nubian soldiers disguised as peasants brought the shimmering portal stone into the Roman camp. The Romans finally held another part of the magical portal in their hands, just as it was ordered by the command of the Senate and the people of Rome. Even the cunning Nubian general had won. He had relieved himself of the heavy burden of the embattled portal stone, secured the mines and the iron supply, and eliminated the rebels. He had even got rid of the stubborn Romans, without having to do more than chat with a young and ambitious Roman officer. On the same evening, the elderly Nubian general surprised his own troops. In a spontaneous ceremony, he had a whole month's beer rations poured out to his soldiers, who soon fell to the ground intoxicated by the abundance. Caius Publius knew that this might be the only opportunity to get away quietly, and without further fighting. So the Romans quietly vacated their positions and sailed away, to the east, where they hoped to conquer more portal stones. Caius Publius had the portal stones brought to a ship, and set sail with his troops, apparently unnoticed. Only a satisfied, smiling Nubian general stood on the beach, and gazed appreciatively after the Romans. Mission 1. Congratulations! You have successfully completed all tasks.